In previous video, we have seen chaining and other format of LangChain. We had also explored LCEL terms. But let's suppose I need training tips on more than one pet variable. The invoke method doesn't allow for feeding several inputs at once. Of course, we can first apply invoke with one set of input variable, and once the process is complete, apply it with another. But there is a better way to do this batching. This batching part we have seen in a previous video. This batch method runs invoke in parallel, making the process less time consuming than running several subsequent invoke methods. Let's see one by one how this is going to implement in coding. So first I'm going to show my LangChain attributes. Yes, it is working here. In this LangChain, I'm going to invoke my API key, which is loaded in my same location, at my same location. Now I'm going to import prompt template and chat OpenAI for the better enhancement. So here I can see this would be the option here. Now I'm going to ask a question that this would be a human message that I have recently adopted a pet which is of this breed. Could you suggest several training tips? So I would be invoking with my ChatPromptTemplate. With this template, I'm going to ask a chat here with this chat OpenAI. Model name, temperature, and maximum token is equal to 100. Now the chat template and chat both will be passed through a chaining method. Here you can see previously we were passing to chat first, then chat template. But this time I'm going to pass in a chaining method through this vertical bar. So this would be a pipeline. So I'm going to run this cell and let's invoke this question with this certain parameter. So I'm going to ask this pet would be a dog, breed would be shepherd. You can ask like pet would be a cat and breed something relevant to cat itself. You can ask pet would be a horse and any breed of horse respectively. I'm going to ask this question to my OpenAI that this would be a question based on my AI message and this is giving answer and content is showing here. Here you can see I'm going to display another part. For example, chain batch. So I'm going to import the relevant couple of variables, inputs I would say. So this is keen to get started with multiple objective, multiple variables at a single time so that I can pass this batch to my batch processing, to my chain. So I'm going to run this cell and checking the time itself. The wall time, here you can see it's showing the CPU time and wall time. So both would be displaying here and thus the same value will be prompted. Now allow me to invoke the same chain with this particular values, particular one by one single input. So with this single input, I'm going to ask this value. This would be a single value. So I'm going to ask another variable. This would be covering all my relevant syntax. This would be pet and this would be a breed. Okay. So now you can stream. So for this response, you can get the stream here, chain.stream. So you can see what's happening here. So for example, this would be the stream here. I'm going to ask the next of response. So what would be the next output of this response? You can see this would be the next AI message, response time and ID would be there. And let's see what would be the content of this message inside this response. What would be the content here? Can you see this is going to provide this answer. So this is training a dragon, this would be night furry, and this is the all the relevant answers. Here you can see this is the dragon and this is a night free breed. So showing multiple options there. I can see runnable and runnable sequence classes as well. So let's import the same variable, same libraries one more time in this portal. I'm going to ask the question to my chat template, going to assign here with this, and this would be a chat prompt. This would be passing a chat prompt here. So here you can see this would be a temperature and maximum token. Now chat template and chat is there again. Here you can see this is kind of chaining here, which we have done earlier. Let's check the type of this template. What would be the template type? Can you see? This would be a prompt chat prompt template taken from LangChain core. However, you can run several other parameters also. Let's see how this piping chain and runnable pass-through class is working. So I'm going to import one more extra library from this. This is called runnable pass-through. From this str output parser, chat prompt template, and other libraries are there. Let's invoke 1, 2, 3, only one list which is having 1, 2, 3 also. So this would be a relevant list here. Okay, so what is this list here? You can see it is a simple pass-through utility from LangChain that returns the input as it is. When you invoke it with list 1, 2, 3, it will return the same list here. So it is often used in LangChain pipelines to pass data unchanged between steps here. So you can go ahead with the same list and pass the same value there. Let's pass this chat template tools. With this template, I'm going to pass a chat prompt template as well. So this would be from template, this would be from template, and other questions are there also. So what are 5 most important tools? These needs and these other effective learning and mastering them are also there. So you can see this is my question and this is the relevant tools also. So chat template tools are there. If you are going to ask this question, this would be a relevant question. Okay, so what would be the chat? And here I'm going to provide the chat OpenAI. So this would be a chat OpenAI. So I'm going to parse this output. For example, I can get the string output parser. This would be string parser and this would be the string parser, and with this string parser I'm going to create a chain. So first this template tool is there, then chat is there, then string parser is there, and then tool is provided here, runnable pass through. This would be assigned later on, this would be assigned to another chain. This is the chat template strategy. This would be a chat, this would be a string parser. Okay, now I'm going to define a job title. With this job title I'm going to invoke this question. This would be asking the same question with respect to ML engineer, and I'm going to ask this ML engineer relevant tools. So what would be the chain strategy? So chain strategy would be invoking the same tools, Python, R programming, SQL, Tableau, and Hadoop relevant responses. So you can see this would be the response, and chain combined and chain tools will be there, and chain strategy would be there. And here you can see this would be the relevant answer. Now I'm going to ask this question. This would be the chain combined and invoke, and job title and jobs data scientist would be there. Okay, then I'm going to pass this chain long so that we can see the same output and you can see the clear straight for my particular chain there. So this would be the chat template, chat string, this would be the runnable pass through, and later on I can define this another chain. This would be a chain string parser, and here you can see the same relevant values will be there. Okay, this is how you can create multiple chains for the same output. So what we have done in this session, we have seen crystal clear of piping chains and runnable pass through class. Before this I have seen runnable sequence classes, and then I'm going to check the relevant streaming there. So this would be the stream part as well. Thank you. Keep learning, keep growing.